The Hot Box, hosted by Graham Weber. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Hot Box, where narratives are tested, reputations are earned, and championships, not excuses, define greatness. We have a loaded show tonight. We'll discuss the unquestioned king of college basketball coaching. We'll examine whether the Coach of the Year truly maximized his roster. We'll revisit one of the most shocking NCAA tournament upsets imaginable. We'll break down the coaching carousel. We'll spotlight the next generation of rising stars. And finally, we'll ask why some coaches continue to receive the benefit of the doubt while others keep proving themselves on the court. Let's get into it. The king of college basketball. Let's stop pretending this is still a debate. Every season, the media searches for the next great coach. Every March, we're told someone has arrived. Every April, we're reminded who never left. One Elijah Higgins is the best coach in college basketball. Not because someone crowned him, because he keeps proving it. Back-to-back national championships at St. Mary's. That isn't supposed to happen. St. Mary's isn't a traditional blue blood. They don't dominate recruiting headlines. They don't live off reputation. They live off preparation. This year's tournament run was another coaching masterpiece. Round of 32. Northern Iowa. St. Mary's wins 70-64. Sweet 16. Third-seeded Creighton. The Gales grind out a defensive clinic, 60-57. Elite 8. Auburn's Cinderella story ends, 63-55. Then came Tennessee. The Final Four, two heavyweight fight. With 7 seconds remaining, Dustin Ragnarsson buries the biggest three of his career, 83-82. Tennessee thinks it has answered at the buzzer. Officials head to the monitor, just like Kevin Durant against Milwaukee years ago. 1 foot on the line. 2 points, not 3. St. Mary's survives, then Arkansas. The national championship, 40 minutes from history. The Gales execute every possession, 81-77, back-to-back national champions. Here's what separates Elijah Higgins. He doesn't simply recruit talent. He develops it. He doesn't hope his team is ready. He makes sure it is. Ladies and gentlemen, three college basketball no longer has a coaching debate. It has a coaching standard, and that standard is Elijah Higgins. Segment 2. Avondre Austin pressed the red button. Twice. Now let's talk about Coach of the Year. Avondre Austin, 31 wins, 3 losses. The first Sweet 16 in UT Arlington history. That's an outstanding season, but let's add some context. Round 1, a 15th-seeded Nicholls team. That game was expected. Round 2, Kentucky. The Mavericks advanced, but Kentucky's offense struggled all year. That game never should have become the dogfight it became. Then BYU arrived. UT Arlington got outmuscled. Forward Jaquante Bailey battled through his return from injury before fouling out. James Mason never imposed himself when the game demanded it. Now, here's where I give Austin tremendous credit, because there may not be a better recruiter in America. Last offseason, I said Avondre. Austin pressed the red button. He landed Richard Duncan, Lambert Aaron, Jack Spoto, 3 elite freshmen, 3 foundational players. Most coaches would have celebrated that class. Austin wasn't satisfied. He looked at a Sweet 16 and decided it wasn't enough. So this offseason, he pressed the red button again. O.J. Street, Ichigo Ellis, Warren West. Then he kept going. Kwanzaa Ward, Keon Slater, and just when everyone thought the class was finished, 5, he flipped DJ Iverson at the buzzer. Now look at what returns. Richard Duncan, Lambert Aaron, Jaquante Bailey, Morgan Campbell. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't simply a talented roster, it's a championship caliber roster. 10 NBA draft picks in 6 seasons. Coach of the Year, back-to-back elite recruiting classes. The expectations have officially changed. This isn't about another Sweet 16. It's about playing on the final Monday night of the season. North Carolina, what in the world happened? You were a number 1 seed, one of the supposed elite teams in America, and you got run off the floor by 16 seed Morgan State. a team that finished 15-18, 75-64. Let me repeat that. A 15-18 team just embarrassed one of the sport's blue bloods. A number 1 seed should never lose to a number 16 seed. Ever. Period. It's not supposed to happen. Once is history. Twice is a warning. 3 times. That's a culture problem. And then, just when Tar Heel fans thought it couldn't get worse, head coach James Mack packed his bags for Michigan State. Really. The man didn't stick around to fix the mess. He lit the house on fire and sprinted for the nearest exit. That's not leadership. That's running from accountability. James Mack isn't leaving because the job was done. He's leaving because he doesn't want to answer for the biggest embarrassment of the tournament. The moment things got difficult, he disappeared. Snake behavior. Coward behavior. North Carolina deserved someone willing to stand in front of the cameras and own that disaster. Instead, Mack slithered out the back door for another paycheck. Congratulations, Michigan State. You hired a coach whose final act at North Carolina was becoming the punchline of March Madness. Speaking of coaching changes, Russell Batson leaving Creighton for New Mexico State is fascinating. Both programs have become models of consistency, and Batson has earned plenty of respect. But this move immediately creates uncertainty for Creighton. The biggest domino has already fallen. Star freshman Isaiah Nikos is in the transfer portal. That's the ripple effect of losing a respected coach. It'll be one of the biggest storylines heading into next season. One hire I absolutely love, UCLA bringing in Clemente Ortega from Washington. Some people hate that he jumped to another Big Ten school. I don't. UCLA is one of the premier brands in college basketball. Better recruiting base, better tradition, more resources, more national attention. And don't forget, they won a national championship just a few years ago. If you're Ortega, that's the opportunity you wait for. Another fantastic hire. Lipscomb grabbing Rowan Whitfield away from Nichols. I've been high on Whitfield for years. 2. He's one of the brightest young minds in college basketball, and Lipscomb feels like the perfect launching pad toward becoming one of the sport's premier coaches. Don't be surprised if we're talking about him for high major jobs in just a few seasons. One coach I'm shocked didn't leave this offseason is Wagner's Asmund Onsager. 3 straight NEC championships. 28-5 record. An NCAA tournament upset over 6-seed Iowa. That resume usually gets your phone ringing nonstop. Instead, he stayed loyal. I respect it. But I don't think he's at Wagner much longer. Another season like that, and a power conference athletic director is going to make him an offer he can't refuse. Finally, Roy Williams Jr. Every offseason we're told this is the year. Every preseason we're told this team is different. Every March we're handed another excuse. Enough. I'm tired of the hype. I'm tired of the media acting like he's some untouchable coaching genius, while Elijah Higgins keeps stacking championships and proving it on the court. This year's excuse? 3. Moses Duval got hurt. Okay, injuries happen. Build a deeper roster, develop your bench, hire a better staff. Championship coaches adapt. They don't spend every March explaining why things didn't work. And let's not forget the overseas recruiting experiment everyone hyped up like it was some revolutionary master plan. Turns out collecting professional players from overseas isn't an automatic shortcut to championships. You still have to coach them. The basketball gods don't care about off-season headlines. They care about what happens between the lines. And once again, Roy Williams Jr. came up short when it mattered most. Meanwhile, Elijah Higgins is still standing on top of the mountain. One coach keeps delivering championships. The other keeps delivering explanations. Those aren't the same thing. That's going to do it for another edition of the Hot Box. I'm Graham Weber. We'll see you next time. And remember, in college basketball, receipts last forever.